There you go.
Hi, this is Allie from Heavenly Run Ministry. I was coming on here. This is not something I normally do, but um, anyways, the Lord placed it on my heart to come on here and share with you a testimony. Last week, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I went to the hospital after this freak accident. Um, Crazy accident. Anyways, ended up staying 2 days in the hospital, antibiotic fluid and stuff like that. It was a big thing. Um, anyways, meanwhile, I got to, and then when Brandon came in, he got to minister and share about Jesus to the staff. While there, they were doing blood work to see about infection because infection was showing up in my hand where I got attacked, and it was all the infection was like filled with my hand in my hand, and the doctors and the staff couldn't figure out why um, the infection was showing up so severely in my hand, but no traces of it landed in any of my blood work. There was nothing showing infection. They still haven't figured that out. But I said I know, Jesus did that. The blood of the lamb, and how Mark 16:15 through 18 says no poison can come into and harm us. So we got the antibiotics took all the infection out of my hand, but it never touched my bloodstream. And so I thought that was a really huge testimony to share with people. And then meanwhile, I got to share with the staff there because I used to be 3 4 years ago. I used to be allergic to um, eggs and tree nuts and cherries, and anyways, I had a long list of things that I was allergic to. But the Lord healed me from that when the Lord told us to go on this mission and to get into to do this ministry. And so with obedience came the healing of my body, and my kids got healed from all allergies. So when I was in the hospital, they still had documents and records stating that I was still allergic to eggs and tree nuts and cherries and all this other medication and stuff like that. And so um, they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me order breakfast because this certain breakfast had eggs in it, and I told them that I was healed from it. I no longer am allergic the to these foods, and especially one being eggs. Why are you laughing at me?
I don't know at
Anyways,
all.
um, so I ended up not ended up having to explain to the nurse that I'm not allergic to eggs anymore, and she wanted me to, I could do a food test.
But she also called the doctor and
And then
said,
she ended up calling the doctor and telling him that what I told her is that I got healed, that Jesus healed me from these allergies. And the doctor came in and said, so the nurse says that you got healed from all these allergies. Can you please explain to me what are you talking about? And I said, Jesus heals still. Jesus heals this day, and he's the same now, forever, and always. And he and he's healed me. And so anyway, so talked to him, and he said, "Wow, he didn't know that that happens still." And he ended up taking that off my chart that I'm allergic to eggs, but didn't take off the cherries and the tree nuts. I ended up finding out that later, but he did take the me being allergic to eggs off my chart, so I was able to eat French toast in the morning. That morning, they were able to order me French toast for breakfast. Um, but then um, we got to share about our ministry and what the Lord has placed on us to do and stuff like that as a family, um, and all the staff was talking about it, and it was beautiful. It was just it, and why I'm telling you this is that even though we're in circumstances, even though you may be in the hospital, even though certain things may happen to you, it doesn't mean that the Lord doesn't place you in those positions for I'm not saying the Lord placed you there specifically or in that circumstance. I'm saying whatever the circumstances you are placed in life, or just in that one season of time, you take that and you glorify the Lord through it in any way you can. Um, talk about Jesus to the people on the staff. Talk about, you know, how Jesus healed you, or how he got you through things in circumstances that you don't know what impact that's doing to those people that they may not know or never heard about Jesus. Um, and so that's why I'm saying it's like that's the stuff that we've come to find out, that even though we're in weird circumstances, or circumstances that we don't feel comfortable in, or that we know that we have to go through these trials and tribulations, we know that there's a reason for it, that there's a reason for where we're at, and that we can use it to glorify the Lord through us, even though we're in that circumstance. Um, we took a walk the other day with the kids up to the other runners down the road, and ended up Stella prayed for a lady on the way through. We ended up talking to it was a who was it? It was like, what do you call them? The flagger. We ended up talking to a flagger guy while we were walking through, and then we ended up praying.
3 people at Rudders.
We ended up praying and witnessing to 3 people at Rudders. But you just don't know what impact you have on those people. You just need to step out and believe that the Lord has you at that store, at that moment, in that hospital bed, whatever, for a reason, to glorify Him through it, and He'll get you through the rest. And so, I just wanted to come in here and just give you compliments and confidence that you can get through whatever it is, and just keep on glorifying the Lord through it. And that's, sorry. I get nervous when I do this, so I'm so sorry. But anyways, I was saying is that there's certain things that we go through in life. We just have to keep on focus on Him, and keep glorifying Him through any and all circumstances. And that's what we're doing. I mean, we got to talk yesterday to the guy that's going to be selling our engine to us. So we got to talk to him and minister to him over the phone, and he said he was super blessed by it, and he praised the Lord that he gets more phone calls, that is like the one we have, and just to talk about Jesus on the phone, and see and how amazing He is, and to glorify Him. The other thing is yesterday we were on YouTube listening to A.A. Allen, and just testimonies that of tent revivals back in the 50s, and all of a sudden my hand felt like the inside of my hand felt like something was stitching the inside of my hand. So like half of my my incision on my hand is
raise your hand up.
That's my video. Half of my hand has been stitched up. It was further out than that, and so I felt it normally. Thank you, Brandon. I think that's right.
Well,
anyways,
I'm trying it because it's weird. Thank you.
But I felt like it was internally being stitched up as we were praying, and as we were listening to testimonies and stuff like that. So it was remarkable. I mean, the Lord's working in His ways, and the ways that we just don't understand, and in the background we don't understand and see them, but He's working, and He's working for the good in anything, in all circumstances. He's working for the good. So I just want to come in here and just give you some encouragement and share some encouraging things that the Lord's been doing in our lives as well. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll just say, go make heaven crowded, and just step out in faith, even through any circumstances, even if you don't understand them. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye. What?
God bless.
God bless you, and have a good evening. And happy 4th of July.
Let's go make heaven crowded.
I just did that. Go home, make heaven crowded. Thank you.
No, I don't want to end it yet. Say hi. Hi to Antoinette.
What?
Say hi to Antoinette.
Hi, Antoinette. Why?
All right.